Hi, I'm Rosemusen and welcome to my channel where every feelings and emotions are accepted. For this week I had some plans, but they kind of got ruined because I was spontaneous about getting some new furnitures for my balcony. But you will hear more and see more about that in this vlog. Other than that, we are going to decorate the front page of my sketchbook and I'm going to chit chat with a voiceover because I am still very exhausted because the exams is nearing and it is sucking all the energy out of me. So trying to find time to do stuff other than school project, but it is a challenge. Even so, you keep ordering for me, and in this week we have a very big order from somebody called Jasmine. So thank you so much, Jasmine, and everybody else who have ordered through May because of you. We are now halfway through the goal of being able to buy a sticker cutter machine. And I'm so excited. This will maybe still be a long journey because that machine is really expensive, but I have my hopes up and I will try keep posting no matter what life throws at me because I like talking to you. But for now I will not say anymore because I know you are excited to just let this week begin. So I will let that happen now.
So we're going to start this video off with a bit of a voiceover because most of this week I just did not feel like speaking. And I love to speak and talk. So that definitely showed that I was pretty exhausted. I was tired, I was challenged, especially with school as usual. And I'm slowly learning to accept that school is going to take most of my time through the day. And I started to work on my front page in my sketchbook, which I wanted to decorate because that is what I have planned to do through this week. So I tried first of all to just hide the earlier drawings by putting a new piece of paper on so I could start fresh. And after doing that, I did some sketches, which you didn't see because I thought it was just not that interesting. But then I got distracted because I was looking out at my balcony and was starting to wonder how I could make it more cozy. And then I remembered that we actually have this item I bought from IKEA, which is a desk or a table for our grill. And I then suddenly felt the urge to build that. So I started doing that instead because I like to do the stuff that I feel passionate about in the moment. And I was like, well, maybe it doesn't take that long. But oh boy, I was wrong. There was a lot of pieces, and even though they said it was for one person to build, I was definitely struggling and needed one more hand to help me once in a while through this process. But in the end, I made it. So here is a little short video from before, and here is an after where I have made space for us to think about how we can change the layout. Then I came back to the sketchbook, not the same day, this is another day. But I was just so irritated and so angry because I've actually used most of the day trying to find things to decorate the balcony with, but I just again and again and again hit this wall with I just did not have enough money to afford it. So I just felt more and more hopeless that I would never have the money to buy anything for this balcony. And I did go on to something we call DBA in English, which is basically like what is the very typical English thing called? It is called... I know the name, but it's just not in my brain right now. But a shop where people put on their stuff they don't want anymore for a bit cheap because it is used products but can still be very nice. So I went on there and found some stuff for the balcony to sit on, and I was very happy, and still it was very scary. But let's not talk too much about that. Let's talk about the sketching or the drawing I'm doing in my sketchbook right now. I decided to use pencils because I was just, to be honest, too afraid to use markers because it has been so long. Now, I actually started out thinking that I would just sketch the outline and don't do any coloring because I just didn't want the struggle to try to find the right colors. But then I just thought it needed some kind of coloring because otherwise it just looked weird and a little bit too simple. So I ended up thinking, whatever, I'm just going to color them as best as possible, and then it's okay if it isn't the correct color. And well, I was just as mentioned, so mad and so irritated. And the only reason why I actually decided to sit down and start drawing was because I wanted to give up. But at the same time, I was so frustrated and angry that I was like, no, I need to finish at least something so I don't feel like failing all day long. So I was just penciling and just going through this, and many times I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go to bed now because it was pretty late and I still want to be good to my body. But I was just like, I just didn't want it to leave because I just wanted to finish this so I could at least finish something today and feel accomplished. And also I think if I decided to leave sketching this thing, it would also mean that I would not allow myself any longer to be angry or frustrated. And I was just not ready to not feel angry or frustrated anymore. I was not ready to try to be happy. So I kept on going for a long time, even though I many times looked at it and thought, this is so freaking ugly. It looks like a child could make this. And this is not to make anyone feel bad. If you think this looks good, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. It just shows that I have forgotten how many hours I have already used trying to learn and evolve my drawing skills. And I also was good with pencils and markers once, but it is so long since I last did it that I have kind of forgotten how to do it. Even though I didn't thought it was something you could forget, I was like, it's like riding a bicycle. You don't forget it when you have learned it, but no. I have not done enough markers and pencils to be good at it forever, even though I have done it a lot. So I just think it's something that will weaken if you don't do it a lot through many years. But I could be wrong. And just like that, around 11 p.m. in the evening, I have made the front cover of my sketchbook. Next day, which is Wednesday, I thought this is the day I'm going to be productive, only because I felt so bad for not being productive a Monday and Tuesday. And what I mean with that is I really wanted to work on my comic. That is one of the highlights for this year, and yet I haven't been working on it, almost not at all. And it makes me feel a little bit ashamed and rethinking why I'm not prioritizing this. And I'm still thinking about it. It's not something I have found the right answer for yet, but I think I am almost there. But you will hear more about that later, if I eventually find something that makes sense for me. But back to being productive this Wednesday. The result was that I was not productive at all. I once again woke up very sad, very exhausted. So I was like, whatever, buddy. I hear you, I see you. Let's just have a day where we play, because I have borrowed my little brother's Nintendo Switch and his Pokemon Sword game. So I just decided to do that most of the day after school and eat some of the delicious brownie that I made for my birthday celebration last week. And of course, I also drank some water because we need to be nice to ourselves and our bodies, even though we also want to relax. But now it is time to end the voiceover and go over to Thursday, which is actually today, where I'm going to do something that feels very scary. It's not something very special or dangerous, but it feels scary because it involves talking to another human.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever state you are in right now. For me, it is morning, and I have to meet some people and talk to them because I have bought a couch for the outside, aka my balcony, and also some cushions for it. 2 different people. I'm going to meet them in 2 different periods of time through this day. I'm nervous, I'm excited. I really want them, and it was for a cheap price compared to what bigger stores sell them for. It is stuff from IKEA, of course. It is the cheap option that is very nice when you are a student with very few money. At least that is my situation. But the good thing about a store is that you don't have to talk to a lot of people. Here I have to, really talk to somebody because I am buying their stuff and I need to check that it is all right and everything, and then I'm going to send them money, which reminds me, I need to ask if I can buy the other stuff from this other woman buying mobile pay. It's a very common way to pay in Denmark because otherwise I really don't have the cash for it. Yeah, just a reminder to myself that I need to do that later today. But man, I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. I'm overwhelmed in so many ways, and I'm just going to talk to freaking 2 people, and yet it feels like traveling to another country trying to talk with some kind of other language speaking person. And there's really nothing wrong with that either. It just seems like a big step often because you're not sure you can communicate with them. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just think it shows how nervous I am. And it annoys me so much because it's just talking to people. How hard can it be? Hopefully it will be worth the effort, because I am going to drive a bit, not as much as the people in America is used to, but for a Danish human being, it is a lot. Because I'm going to drive for around, I don't know, an hour and a half, I think, maybe. And the challenge is also that I'm going to borrow my mom's car because I am allowed to drive a car, and the pieces for the couch to the balcony is just too big. So I think hopefully I can just only go with 2 rounds because I don't want to go that much back and forth. And by the way, that hour and a half was for both people together. So like the first person is very near, they are living in the middle of the city, Copenhagen, and the other person is living a little bit more outside of the city. So I think most of all, I feel a lot more energy than normal because I know I have to take myself together today in order to gain these items I really want. But I think it's good to challenge yourself once in a while with things that you find exciting in the end. But I don't think I should say anymore because I'm going to ramble so easily with all these emotions inside of me. So I'll just end it here and take you all with me on my little tour collecting these cheap items. Dude, what? That's not a... I'm not doing that. Where did I get out? I don't know. This area feels like a maze. Please just guide me out of here. Oh my goodness, what is this? Unexpected challenge. Okay, this car is driving that way as well, so we're going to do that. Yay, I found out of the house maze. Oh no, so many cars. What a day. That definitely was exhausting, even though I feel very great that I now have these new furnitures for the balcony, and I just feel so much more motivated to sit out there because it just feels so much more cozy. Still not sure if I will be able to afford anything else to decorate. I would love to have some kind of plans to just make it more cozy. My hands are so dirty. It was such a mess to deal with because it's just furniture and stuff that has been hidden away for a long time. But I just really had to deal with all that spider web. I just don't think too much about it because it just needed to be done, and I'm happy now. And I need to do something to calm my mind and relax and feel like I'm really, really treating myself tonight for being this brave. And you know, it seems silly because I was talking to people, but you know what? It was still a challenge. So don't know for sure what I want to do. I always struggle, as you know, when I need to do something relaxing without being productive, and I should really wash my hands. So I think I'm going to do that. Tomorrow I'm going to edit most of the day, I think, after school. So we'll see if I will have the time to do more stuff with you, or if this is going to be the end of this video. Hello, my little charming boy. Have you missed me today? I have missed you. I will come give you some treats maybe after I have washed my dirty hands. So maybe he will be my relaxing task for today, even though he seems very hype. what you don't do to entertain people, right? Anyway, we have come to the ending of this video. I hope it was okay. I know it was a little bit different because, as mentioned in the beginning, I was spontaneous and it was so much more exhausting than I thought it was going to be. And I have made up some plans for myself. And that is that I have kind of realized that there is more to life than creating. And in that way, only make content for YouTube. This doesn't mean I'm going to stop YouTube, but I just have this idea in my head about making this comic and making these self-care courses, maybe on Skillshare, and they just keep knocking on my door inside my head like, hello, I have this idea, you need to hear me. So just seems very important, and I just need to prioritize that. But that also means I will not have the same amount of time to create products for my shop. I'm also very sad that I didn't get to design anything for the summer theme, so hopefully I will be able to design one more product next week. But I don't know where this new priority is taking me, but you will, as always, come along on this way no matter where life takes me. So I hope you are up for the ride, but until then, until the next video and the one after that and the one after that, I think you get the idea. I hope you will, as always, stay loving and caring, and I do hope to see you in my next video. You can, as always, support for free with a subscribe, a thumbs up, and a little emoji in the comment below. Or if you have anything else you want to see, I am all ears. Did I just say see? I mean say here. Why does the ending always end up like a mess? I have to mess up always. I guess this is the nature, the universe, whatever you believe in. Making sure that I show that humans we have flaws, and that is okay. We do not need to be perfect all the time. Anyway, I will stop the video right here and just let your body take over the movement, because we are going to start the event. I was so close. I'm going to start the dance party right now before I can mess up anymore.